Hey guys, what's up? It's CS back here with another installment, and here are my picks for UFC 153, Silva versus Bonnar. Alright, first things first, that FX card that I did not make a review on, that brown Bigfoot one, thought was pretty good in the end. If you want any of my thoughts on that, just comment or message me. Sorry I didn't make a review for that, but I am back for this card, UFC 153. Looks like a pretty good pay-per-view, top through bottom. Main event is a joke between Anderson Silva and Stephan Bonnar in a light heavyweight non-title match, but yeah, I don't know. If I was to pay for MMA, I'd still pay to see Anderson Silva whoop someone's ass. So, yeah, really can't hate on that much, although I am a purist in the sense that I'd want to see the best fight the best. So Dana White's kind of contradicting himself with this main event. Oh well. However, the rest of the matchups do make sense, so yeah, in total, I am excited for this one. But let's get to that main event, shall we, between Anderson Silva and Stephan Bonnar. Now, I sincerely believe that Anderson Silva is better than Stephan Bonnar at absolutely every facet of modern-day mixed martial arts. I do believe he's a better submission grappler, and yeah, if Stephan's somehow even able to get on top, I think Anderson Silva would either get back up and knock this guy out, or maybe submit him from there. Stephan is a good grappler, but yeah, I think he'd get submitted for the first time in his career if it were to go down there for whatever reason. Now, Anderson would obviously whoop this guy's ass on the feet. He's so much faster. He's so much more technically versed in kicks and punches, striking defense. Stephan Bonnar's not even going to touch this guy, and if he does, it's because Anderson Silva felt like taking a punch, in my opinion. In terms of taking a punch, I think Anderson might even have a better chin than Stephan Bonnar. It just, Silva, 9.5 times out of 10 when taking a punch, is just not flustered whatsoever. I think this will be, yeah, a little bit of Anderson Silva just getting his feet wet, really not looking to knock Stephan out relatively quickly, but eventually he's going to turn it up. Stephan Bonnar just hasn't seen the speed of an Anderson Silva in terms of a striker. Yeah, Bonnar, he's fought brawlers like Igor Pokrayets, he's fought Forrest Griffin, he's fought Krzysztof Soszynski, but when the guy he's going to face is going to do a lot of this shit, and whatever he throws at you is going to have the intention of knocking you out or near doing so, yeah, I think that Anderson Silva is gonna put a hole in this guy's face. I'm gonna say it happens in the first round late. If he doesn't finish Stephan Bonnar within the first round, just because he didn't try. Just saying. So Anderson Silva, first round TKO due to strikes. Crane kick for the win, please. Would be nice, but let's just move on to that heavyweight bout between Antônio Rodrigo Nogueira and Dave Herman. Yeah, I got Big Nog all day in this fight. Herman's chin, not the greatest. Technical, boxing-wise, I give Nog the advantage as well. His striking defense, not the greatest. He is used to taking all those shots, and his chin has depleted because of so. Dave Herman has solid power. He might be able to put Nogueira away, but I think Nogueira's going to get to him first. I think Nog's going to be a little faster on the trigger. Especially being fueled by the Brazilian fans. I think he's going to want to go out there, grab the center of the octagon early, and just start teeing off when he can. Herman's striking defense himself, piss poor. I think Nogueira's going to knock him out very soon, and I think it's going to go to the ground where Nog's going to finish him off with more strikes, if not a guillotine choke. Yeah, I'm going to go with, I'm leaning towards a guillotine. But Dave Herman is just too goddamn easy to hit. And why not keep hitting him? So yeah, first round TKO due to punches. Antônio Rodrigo Nogueira, I'm going to say it happens no later than the end of the first round. Now let's move on to that light heavyweight matchup between Glover Teixeira and Fabio Maldonado. Easy fight for me to call. Got to go with Glover Teixeira all day, every day here. Maldonado is just too stationary of a fighter, too slow. And yeah, it's just not well versed enough as a mixed martial artist to handle the onslaught of a Glover Teixeira. Maldonado wants to go out there and fight in a controlled brawl where he'll fight like an Igor Pokrayets or a Kyle Kingsbury. They'll stand toe-to-toe with him, and he'll be able to pick them apart with body punches and combinations. Glover Teixeira is going to move forward. He's going to land at will because Maldonado's striking defense is not good. Teixeira might even hit as hard as Maldonado, even maybe harder. And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see Maldonado actually go down this fight. I think Glover Teixeira, is going to work hard on his wrestling here. If he puts Maldonado on his back, I think it's a wrap. Sure, Maldonado has a brown belt under the Nogueira brothers. However, Teixeira is, a menace on the ground in terms of someone that's top control. You know what I'm saying? If Glover is somehow able to get mount, maybe he's going to finish with a TKO, maybe a rear naked choke. It's just, I think his aggression and his technique is just going to dictate Fabio over the course of this fight. I think it's going to last no longer than 2 rounds, and I'm going to say that's what's going to happen most likely. I think Fabio Maldonado is going to be subjected to rear naked choke in the end by Glover Teixeira. I think he's just more comfortable fighting, to his game plan. Maldonado, he's going to be able to adapt to some striking styles of some other fighters. But as far as facing a mixed martial artist who's aggressive, I think it's going to be a bad matchup for him, because I think Glover's going to have intentions of hurting him on the feet and eventually getting him on the ground, and I just don't think Maldonado's skill set is just going to be up to par to dealing with that kind of onslaught that is Glover Teixeira. So Glover Teixeira, in the end, second round, rear naked choke. Yeah, we'll see. All right, now let's move on to that John Fitch, Eric Silva welterweight match. Yeah, Eric Silva has his work cut out for him. John Fitch, sure, he was just knocked out by Johnny Hendricks. However, he's still John Fitch in terms of if he clinches up with you, it's pretty much over. That will set the mood for the rest of the fight. He's going to be able to get that high C or change that level to some sort of double A takedown where he puts you on your back and you're not able to shake him off. I think that can happen to Eric Silva because, I'm not sure if I've ever seen the kid on his back. And if he is on his back, does he have the explosiveness and technique to shake off John Fitch? I'm going to say no. I know he's a very talented black belt under the Nogueira brothers. However, if it is in any way, shape, or form a grappling match, I think it's going to be a Fitch fight. Eric Silva, of course, is going to want to dictate the pace of the fight with a stand-up. Maybe just strike and bike for 3 rounds, or maybe just wants to get John Fitch the fuck out of there relatively fast and rush him. But I think John Fitch is going to be really intent on dodging whatever strikes Eric Silva is going to be dishing out. I think he's going to stay on the outside up until he's able to clinch up with Eric Silva, and when he does so, he turns it into a Fitch fight. Somehow gets on top, maybe a trip takedown, or maybe he's able to even double leg Eric Silva. Who knows? Eric Silva kind of did struggle with wrestling Charlie Brenneman. I think John Fitch is much more of a threat MMA-wise. And yeah, I do see John Fitch getting this down to the ground and laying praying for 3 rounds. I think it's going to be close, though, because I think some of his takedown attempts are going to be stuffed. So I'm going to say 29-28, 29-28, 28-29 split decision for John Fitch. Anything can happen, though, if you pick Eric Silva. Can't fault you here. I do believe it's coin flip. John Fitch to become John Fitch after he got knocked out for the first time ever. You know what? It's a tough pick for me to take, but yeah, I wouldn't bet on this one. We'll see what happens, though. Now let's move on to that light heavyweight match between Phil Davis and Wagner Prado. Of course, their first one resulted in, what was that, no contest? Can't remember, but Wagner Prado could not continue because he couldn't see. So yeah, let's hope nothing like that kind of bullshit happens this time. Let's hope for a Phil Davis UD, because that's what I'm picking. I think that Phil Davis is going to be able to get around the strikes of Wagner Prado. I think he'll be able to take them if Wagner connects, and eventually clinch up with him to where he is able to take Wagner Prado down. I don't think Wagner Prado is going to be able to stuff Phil Davis' takedowns. Phil Davis striking is some of the wackest in the UFC. I understand that, but yeah, I think he's going to have the savvy enough to just get around other person's strikes. In this case, it's Wagner Prado. And he's going to be patient enough on the outside to where he can clinch up with him, kind of like how I think John Fitch is going to do it against Eric Silva. Once Phil Davis establishes the clinch, I think that he'll be able to muscle Wagner Prado down with some sort of trip takedown or even a quick level change with a double leg. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that hard for Phil Davis. He should ride this one out at least 28 across the board via unanimous decision. Next up, Demian Maia versus Rick Story, kicking us off on the main card. Yes, this is going to be the last bout I'm going to look over. Again, preliminary card picks in the description below. But yeah, I don't think Rick Story has a shot in this one. What does he do? Knock out Demian Maia? I doubt that's going to happen. Rick Story is striking not great. He hits kind of hard, but technically not good. I think Demian Maia might be even able to dictate the pace of this fight with his own stand-up and just pop a jab in Rick Story's face, maybe land combinations here and there. His striking has improved, and I really don't think Rick Story's striking is going to be an issue for Demian Maia. So if Demian Maia feels like fighting like that, I think he'll win. However, I don't want to see that. It is Demian Maia. I want to see him submit someone's ass, and I think he will against Rick Story. I think that Rick Story is a Porter wrestler in Chael Sonnen, so if Demian Maia is intent on getting it down to the ground like he did against Chael, just clinching up with him, scoring a trip, I think it's going to be over from there once he's on top of Rick Story. Maybe goes for an arm, or maybe gets his back for, rear naked choke. So, yeah, I think Rick Story is going to be in Damian's world come this fight. I think Damian's going to fight relatively aggressive in front of the Brazilian crowd. So, yeah, look for Demian Maia to win this via submission. I'm going to say it happens in the first round via rear naked choke. And there you go, guys. That's about it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this UFC 153 card. If you want, tell me what you think of it overall in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think of my picks as well. And hopefully I see you soon for a review of this card. I'll actually do it for this one. Cannot miss a review for this one, whether it's whack or not. We'll see. I think some exciting shit's going to go down, so definitely tune into this one. And yeah, I'll see you then. So thank you for all the support once again. Deuces for all my supporters, bruises for all my haters, and thank you. Take care.